Hello, and welcome to my so-called garden life. Today it's time for me to make sure that the garden will be able to be filled with plants when the first things are harvested. I have some potatoes and some garlic and onions and other things in my garden that will leave whole beds without something that grows in them when I harvest in a few weeks. And but I have no place to make the sowing outside, and therefore I have to prepare. So I have prepared a lot of trays and pots and these plastic boxes that I've bought strawberries in and made jam, and they are perfect for doing seedlings. They have hole in the bottoms and yeah, super great. And I have sorted out all kinds of seeds that is needed for this project. There are a few things that I wish to sow today. It's lettuces of basically every kind I can think of that will do well in summer weather, in warm weather, and some of them will do great when it gets a little cooler. I would also like to sow some herbs, perhaps, and maybe even start some bean plants, like low green beans, dwarf varieties. But I'm also going to try to make sowings of some quick cucumbers, beta alpha, and market more, because the cucumbers that I have planted, they weren't very big. The plants were small. I didn't take care of them very well. I just had them in a plug tray. I haven't had the energy to transplant them into separate pots, which made them tiny cucumber plants. And I think I'm going to sow some more in the hope to get a bigger cucumber harvest, because I really would like some, and I would like to do some pickles and other things. And my son, he loves cucumbers, so I was hoping for those, but sometimes the energy just isn't enough, and you have to make do with what you got, and sometimes you have to sow it again. I'm also gonna sow some spring onions to plan out, chard, different varieties, and like I said, lettuce, Chinese cabbages, pak choice. I'm gonna try to fill all these up so that I have plants ready to plant out when I have space in my garden or in my polytunnel or in my greenhouse. I have some plants that haven't been planted yet. See, some behind me is a small dwarf tomatoes that I've cut down. I've kept them in the window. Now they will sprout again, and I will plant them out. I also have a few plants up there that needs to come out, get a spot, but it will be alright. Soon. this has been a special year for me in the garden. I haven't had the energy and the power, maybe, that I usually do, and I've been limited because I'm having a baby, and the due date is 4 weeks from now. So basically, I can have a baby any day now. But it's been a little restricting. I haven't been able to do the heavy things, and I've had some aches, and I've had to work. But now I'm on vacation, and I will be until the baby comes. So I'm trying to keep up and get the garden in shape, because when the baby comes in the beginning of August, I'm gonna wanna eat from the garden. So I didn't want to leave it this year. In fact, it might be more important than ever, since I'm gonna be home and be able to eat as much as I like. Well, I'm gonna try and get some seeds in these pots, and then I'm also gonna, in a day or two, I'm gonna show you how the garden looks now, so that you can see the transformation later, hopefully, when everything is ready for harvest. So how do I think when I do this? Well, Chinese cabbages grows really well in the fall, in the spring and in the fall, not in the summer for me, because they just flower, because we have really long days in Sweden. And so I think I'm going to make one pot of those. I have some larger bok choy and a mini variety called Green Fortune that usually turns out really well. I need some chard, and I think I will be able to get decent sized plants that will give some harvest now in the fall, but might even overwinter till next spring. I had two varieties here. I had this is Fort Hook Giant, which makes giant plants, and the other one is a light green called Lucullus, which is more tender, more like spinach. The cucumbers that I told you about, I'm gonna sow in this little, that looks like a mini greenhouse. I bought grapes in this. This is a plastic container that held green grapes, but I can use it for growing, and it's a tiny greenhouse. Cucumbers wants a little warmer to germinate, whilst lettuce and kale and the other ones wants a little cooler. So I'll work around it like that. So I'm gonna put some cucumbers in that, not many plants, just a few. My salad onions. It's gonna get a box. Then I have some different lettuces. I have Little Gem, which is a tiny romaine lettuce, really good for frying. I thought I'd try some iceberg lettuce. I have one that makes a head called Saladin, and one that it's a more open head called Great Lakes. I've never tried this. Never tried this either. I haven't really grown iceberg. I like to eat iceberg, so probably a good time. Here's two of my favorites for growing lettuces in the summer. It's a Batavia salad lettuce called Cardinal, and a head lettuce called Butter Crunch, and these do really well in warm weather. So I'm growing growing those. And then I was thinking about growing some. I had a new lettuce this year called Black Simpson. No, BS Simpson. It's a picking lettuce that I've never tried. That I should try. That gets a big box. And then I have another variety of the small little gem lettuce called inte. It's a red variety, and actually the slugs and snails doesn't attack it as much. I have a small lettuce called Gustav's salad that is really, really good, that I'm gonna make. I also think that I'm not gonna sow spinach now. I'm gonna do it later, and radishes I'm gonna do later. I have a red variety of pak choi, arax. Yeah, I might do some parsley. I have some curled parsley. Don't know if I'm gonna do some flat-leafed parsley. Haven't decided yet. One of my favorite lettuces this year and last year is Hercules. It's a head lettuce that I can pick leaf for leaf. It's crispy, it tastes green. It takes a very long time to go bitter. Really, really good. Actually. Yeah, I'm gonna find something for the last pod. Maybe it will be another leaf parsley, but yeah, I'm gonna try and sow these and these, and that will make a ton of plants. And perhaps later I will make a plug tray of spinach plants, and a little later in July, and maybe I make a plug tray of dwarf green beans and dwarf wax beans, to have some plants to plan out, because I really, really want to fill my freezer with these. Yeah, it's a bit cooler weather here in Sweden right now. We've had a week of extreme heat, but then we got cooler weather and rain, which makes it perfect for sowing lettuces, because they germinate really poorly in hot weather. So I'm gonna keep them here in this enclosed patio and in the shade until they germinate, and then they get to grow, and I will plant them out when I need them. Yeah. This will be, I think, very tasty. Late summer, autumn, maybe even winter. So that's my tip for today. So a few trays of, or a few boxes of lettuce or other greens, and have them ready for when you have some space in your garden. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.